Hello, welcome back. So, let's hope today we'll have a fine day in QuasiMorph unfair difficulty. Now, like I said, when we just don't have enough time to do anything, or we die too much, we'll just switch back to the normal difficulty because the game gets progressively harder over time anyway. The only problem is that, like I said over here you just start with no ability to craft anything, so you'll starve or die from infections, which is kind of the opposite of what you should be doing because you'll have a hard time making a new clone after you die anyway, so I guess it's just until we die once and then we'll start a normal difficulty. And we cannot do any hard missions whatsoever, otherwise we'll get destroyed. Planet bridge. I guess we'll have to go over here and pick a mission. Yeah, I don't know why the developers chose to start you off with no production ability on unfair. It's like they're just making it impossible to play because you don't have any food or medicine, which is not exactly hard. It's just a decision. The power concentration over here is way too high. What's up with that power concentration? 1300. Nope, 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 nope. 3 floors. I guess we'll have to help the severe resistance on this one. X. Okay, so let's hope we find enough food and medicine. Where are the objectives? Well, I'm forced to do this mission, not that I really want. Wow! Why does this map keep going and going? I'll start before I reach the location I have to defend. What an absolute joke. I thought the developers fixed stuff like this, but no, they haven't fixed it. There was a problem before where the maps or the first maps were huge to the point where you need 1 hour just to walk around the map, and this is one of the reasons why I'm playing the game on this speed over here. Yeah, sure, they fixed it, right? Look at that. I starved before I even reach my destination. This is one of the new enemies, the digger, or the cargo drone. You have to sit here. Well, that fixes the big problem with the food. Don't trust this at all. Well, I'm afraid an enemy will just teleport behind me and destroy the crate. I'm not getting the hydrogel is good. The message that we are finished here. Time to eat some delicious skin. What does the cargo drone actually drop? Okay. The Bionic chest is something I really like to use on my character. Do I need the pipes? Not really. It destroyed everything except the part that I wanted. It amputated everything except what I needed, yeah. Wait, that's it? That's the entire attack? The last enemy is just waiting for me behind the corner somewhere. I hate it. Next. Oh, they always catch me with stuff like this, and then they just get close and shoot you. Yeah. Someone said, why am I healing the minor wounds? Because you don't really need to do anything. Well, it's mostly because you will accumulate pain or some other stuff that I don't really want to mess around with. Let's see. If we just leave the wound alone, what happens? Whoa! What was that all about? Who's this maniac? Techno contractor. You maniac, stop doing that. Yeah, I guess I should leave the small wounds alone if they're not really doing anything to me, but the problem is that if you don't do anything to a wound, let's say you have a minor wound on your chest, if you get attacked on the chest again, you might get a much worse wound. So the idea is to heal the minor wounds faster, so if you get another wound, it will be another minor wound. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just trying to bypass some mechanics so we are not in trouble. Well, one of them worked, why didn't the other one work? Nice. Oh, too bad I don't have any skills that are used by that, or can be used with that. How much food do I really need? This is an oversight from the developers. They should have made the skin also have a chance to give infections, but I guess. Oh no. So the defense, wait, this is finished or not? I think it counted as finished for the other defense. This is so weird. Why is your game why are you weird like this? Okay, fine, we have some proper food or some normal food. Don't need that. I guess we'll keep that just in case we're starving again. Well, I guess I should gather up all of the skin anyway, because we need food for other missions as well. We'll try. Yeah, there's no point in collecting the plastic if I cannot actually make any more food with it. Nice little juice pack. This is such a weird game, so not cannibalism, but you know, it's just at the edge of it, right? And by the edge I mean we're really going to be a full-on cannibal. Just that we are eating some human parts that we don't know they're from humans, right? That's the whole point. My clone, it's like, think of it as We Happy Few, where they're eating that weird, I think it was a badger or whatever animal it was, and they're looking at like a cake. Maybe that's how the clones are programmed as well, to view all of these things. Tell me, it's not my fault. But I don't know what to do. We'll try to solve the quest, but if it bugs out, it's not my fault and I actually did the quest. Yeah, it's just me getting impatient most of the time. Okay, so let's leave this wound alone. Yeah, but they're just going around the corner and shooting me, and there's no other way to do this. And I miss so much with that alone. How can I miss so much with a weapon that is basically designed to shoot multiple times and hit? Delicious, right? The skin is not very nutritious. Yeah, this is so bugged. Well, the only thing left for us to do is to search. Oh, bionic knee. Okay. If we make it out alive of this place, we're actually going to have a few upgrades that are worth thinking about. The developers should really think about what they're doing with the skin. Fresh bone. And most of these guys barely even have weapons, to be honest. Facts. I think I'll throw those out anyway, but whatever. Too bad these hands are kind of bad. They should just give you more bonuses, otherwise you're just going to nerf your accuracy by a lot and your scatter by even more. That's a big bone. I guess you could possibly use this to sell or to do something else, but nah. Oh, you know, I think I understand what happens. Enemies that are trying to run away are running away in a direction we don't see. Oh well, I guess it's the same problem as the defense missions. Enemies will get scared, run away, and they'll not hunt for the completion. So I think the developers have to modify this as well. If you are running away, that counts as completed for the quest or for the mission itself. I guess it's a bit weird, but that's the way the game is programmed right now. You can eat that. Does it still show me the... Oh, I guess the pistol... That's the first time I see an enemy with a weapon, and the weapon falls beside him, and the weapon doesn't show when you look at it. Okay, I guess it was not a bug, it's just a gameplay feature per se. It's hiding in the bathroom, really, game? Okay, I guess you have to go back and collect the excess food. Now the skin will go rotten, so we cannot even use it that much for food unless we start the mission right away. Oh, this is really scraping the bottom of the barrel, isn't it? In terms of loot, there is absolutely nothing on this station, so after I complete this mission I have to do another one, otherwise my food supply will spoil. There's no reason for defense missions to be this big. It only creates problems with the enemy, I think, when they run or they choose to do something else. A weapons case. Ooh. That's actually exactly what I wanted, needed, and really needed, because these guns are going to get smashed very soon. You haven't done the inventory sorting, it's way too much work to be honest, and I'm not feeling it. Yeah, the Hydra is actually a decent replacement for the Arvara. That's the laser sight, which is pretty good. Yeah, okay. I guess pistols with... Yeah, okay. Pistols with the laser sights are amazing in this version of the game. We do also have this submachine gun over here. Sadly, it's... Well, I'll need to replace it because this thing doesn't do anything. It barely scratches the enemies. And... yeah. Now what do I do? That's way too hard for us at the moment. I guess I can do that for floor 1, but that's still pretty hard. Nah, I will just have to do one of these. Or Daydream Games or SPN. I guess the only... Well, no. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll do the Civil Resistance against SBN. It's 2 skull difficulty, but... I'm getting really cold feet over here. No, that's so much worse. I mean, 2400. This is the beginning of the game. Why are these factions or these specific stations so hard to do missions on? I mean, if you go to other locations, you'll see that the missions are much easier in terms of, look at that, defense, 429 power concentration. These defense missions are good because they don't have any QuasiMorphosis. I'm really debating if I should do any of these stuff. Yeah, I'll have to do that one for SBN. Sorry about that. So bad. Well, I guess I'll have to take the bones. We don't really need this. We need the pipes. I'll take the water because it's good in certain situations. We'll take that. I'm keeping this because I don't really want to use it, but if I get a very, very bad wound, I'll have to use it. Don't really need the meat, but if it spoils, you can use it to make antibiotics, so, and then you can use it to make med kits. The noisy cricket. Why am I hesitating so much? Well, because I'm looking at the implants, and I was thinking of having some implants. I would lose some maximum health. Oh, the burning knee is the bad one. I need the rubberized knee. Nah, I'll not use them. They're way too weak in the beginning of the game, especially when you don't have enough armor to defend yourself successfully. This weapon is so good. Yeah, and that's the whole point. Well, I guess I'm teaching you kind of how to play the game on any difficulty unfair as well. You just have to rely on gun kits, armor kits, and all other stuff. I guess you can try and do some trading, but I don't really have anything to trade for. Using just... Okay, let's just play another mission. Maybe we'll die and then we'll start on normal quickly. SBN victim. And then you can see us playing 10 times faster. Yes, okay, I'm hesitating so much. Even though I'm properly armored and armed, we're still just 100 HP. That's going to be a great help. Also use it to trade. Yeah, look at that basso. This stuff. Problem with this gun, as you can see, that loses so much durability so fast. Yeah, the shotguns have more range than my other weapons. Great. Looks like the system where the enemies are supposed to run, flee, panic, or other stuff doesn't really work as intended, or I don't understand the idea. It's actually kind of similar to what I have over here on equipped on me. EMT node. What is the noise of this gun? care. Yeah, we're so heavy we have to deposit some of the loot. Actually, we cannot do that because we need a cargo drop, a capsule drop. Oh. I'll die because I got hit by a pipe because I was not watching. Well, that's how the game is supposed to be played. I don't know. This is why I don't like unfair difficulty at all. Yeah, I guess it was my mistake in a way, but still. Yeah, I died, and that's it. I'm not playing this anymore. It's just so stupid. I mean, they are making no sound, and I checked that corridor 3 times, and there was no one over there. And then suddenly, hey, ooh, look at me! I'm a melee unit that spawns from nowhere and just decides to attack you from there. It's not fun at all. It's pointless. You'll die anyway. You're so restricted with the missions. Yeah, whatever. I didn't expect to play this long either, but hey, we got there. Okay, so we could have probably played, and we could have won the entire campaign on unfair difficulty. It's not impossible. It's actually pretty easy, but it's so RNG and so annoying that you don't even get the stuff you need. Let's start on normal difficulty.
The history of humanity is written.
Because later on you'll just die to one-shots and you'll die to training, not training. So the RNG nature of the game. Why? Why would you make it so RNG? I wouldn't have survived a long time anyway without Percy and his tunnel ratting abilities. And now I have to do all of this again. Really, game? I think we can give this to Ted's clan as well. No, forget about it. I don't care. This is still the best option by a long shot. Okay. Don't worry, you can still die on this difficulty as well. I mean, come on, developers, just give us a stupid welding machine on unfair difficulty and then maybe I'll consider playing it again. Otherwise, without the ability to produce basic stuff, it's pointless. You just waste so much time trying to gather food or skin or whatever. Wow, that's just painful to play, not really more challenging. Okay, and I really dislike the way they did the cargo holding stuff. Well, I guess I can do it right now and only play one more mission. Wait a minute, did that guy with the pipe hit me twice? He shouldn't be able to hit me twice. I think that was a bug. Because the enemies have a restriction on how many attacks they can do per round, which is normally reduced to 1 for basic units, and that was a basic unit. Are they able to do multiple melee attacks, or what is the idea? Anyway, doesn't matter. The developers can fix their own stuff in their free time. I just don't care. But it really seems like the game is super buggy right now as well, because they're implementing mechanics they're testing for months, and they're not polishing them enough apparently, even with all of the testing and all of the other stuff. And they're just making the game a little more boring this way. Let's stop avoiding to do this. So, I guess this is the only way to do it properly. I guess we can put weapons. No weapons anywhere. Food, drinks, alcohol, pills, injectables, medical kits, dressing, repair kits. Oh, yes, not so bad, but I really would have preferred that this is by default off, none of this is off. And who designed this stuff? I mean, person who designed this UI stuff and put these changes, I mean, who put the weapons on the second tab? This is useless. Who plays like this? So helmets, armors, backpacks. Armor repair kits. Who plays like this? Weapons actually kind of like the least important because they're the easiest one to replace. Armor is very hard to get because you need 5 pieces. I guess I can see some of the reasoning behind this, but it still doesn't make sense to me. Why would you put all of the medical stuff on 4? Because... yeah, I think they should just leave this turned off and that the players can do whatever they like. It's very hard to do a system like this on the go. Some of the categories you want to put stuff in will not have a specific category. So, for example, this is where I'll put all of the rare stuff, but what is considered rare? Important items? Data and chips? No, data and chips is a different tab. Artifacts? What are artifacts? Yes, turrets and robots, luxury, industrial, military goods. Basic materials will be something I would put over here, but how do you even put that? I don't see anything that is basic materials. I guess parts will have to be over there. Over here we'll just have all of the augments. Organic, robotic, and quasi-morphosic augments. Organs. Oh. Yes, packs can be over here as well. Yeah, now we can start to really play the game at our own pace and speed. This will take forever for me to rebalance. I mean, why are they putting the weapons here? What am I missing? Just sort everything out. Only. Okay, this is pretty much what I wanted anyway. That's what missions we have over here. No missions yet. This is what I'm talking about. RNG can be crazy in this game. Nothing on Mars. What about on Earth for the Earth orbit? Yeah, we have to do this all over again. Yes, French Compt, Church of Revelation, Civil Resistance. And then forward. Yeah, I guess we'll just help all of the minor corporations. This has a potential to become a hexarchy as well. Well, not really hexarchy, but they tend to balloon out of control at some point. Yeah, okay, let's play like this. Seaport concentration 400, yeah. I don't know. If they want to make an unfair difficulty, they should just really balance it the proper way and not have that nonsense rules. Too many nonsense rules on unfair, to be honest. The game is hard enough. Well, the game is kind of balanced around normal anyway, and I think the developers made a huge mistake when they added 3 difficulties to the game. Because none of them are balanced right now. This is too easy, the other one is way too easy. It's like gameplay on toddler mode. And this unfair difficulty is just unfair from so many points of view to the point where it's not even fun to play, which is not what you would like from a video game to be not fun to play. Yeah, they have rebalanced this, so this class is mostly utility now. MG shotgun, okay. I don't like any of that stuff. This class is so much harder to use right now. Okay, that we have sorbent and food, but the present change, right? I guess we'll have this as a secondary weapon, but yeah, this should be enough. We should find the rest of the items in the level anyway. Let's look at the scout strategies again a bit. So, I don't like this, I don't understand the point of that. Calorie consumption -2. Again, I don't understand the point of this. You eat less food, but food was never such a big problem. Unless you are playing on unfair, then it's a major problem. But you can just eat the skin of your enemies if it's not a QuasiMorph level. And if it is, you'll just have those supplies. Better and ranged accuracy with SMG shotgun assault rifle. I don't see anything good for this class over here, to be honest. I don't understand the point of it. Okay, let's just play the mission. It's a very passive class. Well, I guess we should get a few extra medicine stuff. Okay, what is my quest over here? Get to floor 2. Sure.
I don't need a reason to take you down. We're just trying to survive.
Don't say. Yeah, so I guess the basic enemies can use their melee attacks 2 times, which means, whatever. It's just a stupid design. Mostly because inventory management kills you on unfair difficulty. Actually, this is not a bad shotgun. Not forget about it. You just have so much junk. Just a little fracture. A gel bandage, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to lose the fights, mostly because I get injured. So I'm not commentating too much, I'm just kind of trying to get into the fun part of the game. Wow, it's one of those wounds that refuses to heal. Yeah, if you get a stomach wound, it's basically mission over most of the times. That's why, again, if they rebalance the entire difficulty, the game will be amazing. But if they just leave it like this, I don't know what to say. I mean, you're playing on a difficulty that you know it's too easy for you, but there's nothing you can do about it because the other one is just messed up. Should I keep some of the ammo? Is this not healing? Okay, let's see what's over there. I mean, we're gaining more perks. Calorie consumption. I mean, I don't understand this either. It says calorie consumption -4 by -4 what? You're using 4 per turn basically anyway. This 4 is better. I'm enjoying the game. I mean, I'll still enjoy the game. I'll probably play at full release, but it's already getting a bit boring without the balance of the game. The game needs so much proper balance right now. Otherwise, it's just a cheap game where you sometimes find the right chip, sometimes you don't find it.
We don't want trouble.
This wouldn't have been impossible on unfair. I don't even know what my mission was, but we completed it successfully. I have a stomach fracture, wait, what? It's actually a pretty good pistol, I might replace it. What ammo does it use? 9mm. Did I forget again to equip this? Oh, this is a rookie, okay. Yeah, I don't need to carry that much stuff with me on this difficulty anyway. I guess I will take it. We should probably start to leave. I don't understand how this works. Healing activates the trigger, and it only lasts such a little time to the point where it's useless. Why is that so low damage? Am I missing something? Oh, it's because the enemy is too far away. Oh, I see. Chance to heal. What is the chance to heal? 30%. That's still pretty low. I guess I need some plastic. No, I need that ammo type to get. Okay. The wire. What can you produce over here? RG20. It looks a little different. With 150. I don't remember this grenade. Stun grenade. Maybe you're just... There's something I wanted to do. Oh yeah. Servo. I guess Servo is the bad one. I still get some weapon parts. Looks like they have diminished the drop of the weapon parts to the point where you don't even see them anymore. Why am I still... A full level, full finish. Evacuation, okay. This is much faster and you don't have to play the tedious route. Okay. I think we'll keep this particular loadout and this particular playstyle for a bit longer. Okay. Because I mostly want to show off the game, so we'll have to progress at a much faster rate. I'll try to play only on camera for the first 5 episodes or so, and then we'll start playing off camera as well. But there is so much content to go through and so many possible builds to go through. Well, yeah, I need to advance very fast so I can test all of the other classes, all of the other builds, all of the other weapons, all of the story missions maybe. I don't know, we'll see. And we need to also balance the game of corporations to the point where you can actually get most of the stuff. In my other gameplay, the pirates were destroyed super fast. Unchained Belt was destroyed with such ferocity that they didn't even have a chance to show me what chips they can actually give or do some training. Yeah, we'll do all of the mechanics. We'll try to see as much of the game as we can. Bye bye.